Guardian, guardian, guardian of the blind. 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 Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah. So excited today to be talking about the new Blind Guardian album. Been a long time in the works, long time in the making. First true album in 7 years. They did have their orchestral album a few years ago, but yeah, 11th album overall, 12th if you include the orchestral album, which I don't really include as a true Blind Guardian album. That was the Blind Guardian Twilight Orchestra, still an offshoot, depends how you want to look at it, but really their first classic Blind Guardian album in 7 years, titled The God Machine, which just releases today, September 2nd, 2022. Blind Guardian is one of my all-time favorite bands, if not my #1 all-time favorite band, so my level of excitement is at an all-time high. My anticipation for this record, yeah, sky high, so we'll find out if it meets my expectations and exceeds them. But yeah, you got the classic Blind Guardian lineup here that's been in place for quite some time. Obviously not the original drummer, but other than that, all original members. Hansi Kirsch on vocals, one of the best power metal vocalists, not even just power metal, just one of the best vocalists of all time, in my opinion. Andre Albrecht on lead guitar, one of the best lead guitar players out there as well. Marcus Siepin on rhythm guitar, absolutely amazing. And Frederick MK on drums, been a solid member of the band for a number of years now. So this album has 9 tracks. It's about 51 minutes, which is actually on the shorter side for more recent Blind Guardian. But I think that's kind of what they were going for here. This album has very much a throwback sound, maybe less orchestration than some of the more recent albums. It's got more like straightforward, aggressive tracks, which is kind of a throwback to their earlier days. But there is still a nice balance of some more progressive songs, some more orchestral songs in there. But that being said, like, this is their heaviest, fastest album in quite some time. Even though there's still some progressive leanings, like, there are so many bangers on this album. It's just in your face. It's fucking awesome. And let's just see what I think of this. So I'll go track by track. I'll give you my thoughts on this album as a whole, and I'll score it out of 10 at the end. Okay, so here we go. The album kicks off in absolutely amazing style with Deliver Us from Evil. So this was one of the few pre-release tracks that was released quite a few months ago, actually. So I've already listened to this song a shit ton, and it is just absolutely amazing. Great placement on the album, too, being the opener. It's a very aggressive, fast start. Hansi makes it very clear that his vocals have not waned over the years. He sounds as good, if not stronger than ever. Like, his vocals are so goddamn amazing. This is such a catchy, sing-alongable song. The chorus is like, no one else can do choruses like Blind Guardian. It's just so epic, so awesome. Even if you only listen to this a couple times, you're going to be singing the chorus of this song. And it has, of course, one of the trademark amazing solos in here as well. Just absolutely amazing way to kick off this album. After that, it goes into Damnation. This song starts a little bit slower, but then all of a sudden it explodes with more like thrashy, speedy riffing, which is just awesome. Another catchy chorus. I'm going to be saying that a lot throughout this album. If you know Blind Guardian, you know they are the masters of writing sing-alongable choruses. Translates so well to their live shows. And yeah, this is just an absolutely another killer track. So great way to start the album with these couple of songs. After that, it goes into the third song, Secrets of the American Gods. This was another one that was pre-released. This is the longest track on the album. Definitely goes a little bit of a different direction than the first two. It's more expansive. It's got that grandiose type feeling. More like some modern era Blind Guardian, like their last few albums have some of those more epic songs with some orchestrations going on. So yeah, being the contrast from the first couple songs, like this album and this song is really showcasing Blind Guardian's magnificent ability to write different types of songs, whether it's a straightforward thrasher or whether it's a more grandiose song like this, and they all work because Blind Guardian is just so great at songwriting, one of the best. And yeah, this is a standout song as well, really solid stuff. Let's move this right along. Up next, another ripper, Violent Shadows. So, oh man, I love this aggressive style of Blind Guardian song. Just comes out of the gates firing. The chorus, I can already tell, is going to be great at a live show. Like, I can already just close my eyes and envision singing along to this at a concert. I know it's going to be a fan favorite from this album, and especially in the live setting. In my opinion, Blind Guardian is the best live band I've ever seen, at least just the way they engage the crowd and get everyone to sing along. I really hope I get to see them again sometime soon. But yeah, I'm sure this song is going to kill live, and it kills on the album too. Killer stuff. After that goes to Life Beyond the Spheres. So this one goes in more of a progressive direction. The orchestrations are dialed up a little bit. So while I said this album's full of bangers, there are still a few of these more epic, like larger scale orchestrated songs. This song, I do find it enjoyable, but I will say, if I had to pick one song on this album that maybe doesn't hit me as directly as pretty much every other song, it would be this one. I don't want to say that it's a bad song. I feel like Blind Guardian can't write a bad song if they tried. Everything they do is just gold. But I feel like this one's going to be more of a grower. Like, I haven't listened to this album a ton of times yet. Obviously, it just came out today. But I know with more listens, this one will probably grow on me. But on my first handful of listens, this is maybe the song that I feel like is going to take a little bit more time. It doesn't have that immediate impact. But that being said, it's still pretty enjoyable. After that, it goes to Architects of Doom. So this one is a really aggressive song. But that being said, it's got lots of tempo changes as well. It goes different directions. Like when I say it's really aggressive, that's just in parts. It's not necessarily like 6 minutes of in-your-face pounding aggression, but when it hits, it really fucking hits. And yeah, this song is just a really interesting journey, like throughout. Another example of absolutely killer solos. Like, wow, the melody on here is just amazing. Like, I love Andre's lead playing so much, how he infuses so much melody in with these solos. Like, it's so unique, and it's just so him. Like, you hear this solo and you just know, even if you didn't listen to the rest of the song, just clip the solo, you'd be like, oh, that's Blind Guardian, because you just recognize the playing, and that's on full display here. Absolutely amazing stuff. After that, it goes into the ballad on the album, Let It Be No More. Of course, Blind Guardian is the masters of the power metal ballad, and this song is no exception. This is really well done. I absolutely love it. As I said, I've only listened to this album a handful of times already, but I'm singing along to this already. The chorus is just infectious. It's got that typical Blind Guardian ballad quality, which no other bands match, honestly, in my opinion. Excellent song here. After that, it goes into another one of the songs that was pre-released, Blood of the Elves. So this one is absolutely crushing. Another super catchy song. I feel like this is another one that will absolutely slay live. The chorus is so catchy, and like, man, they just know how to write these killer, speedy anthems. No one does it better, and yeah, this is probably one of my favorite tracks on the album. Then it goes into the closing track, Destiny. So this one is a little bit of a change of pace. It starts slow, but it's got a really nice build up throughout the song. It's a really great way to close the album out. It is a longer track, being about 7 minutes long. More of a mid-pace throughout. I wouldn't call this one a thrasher or speedy in any way, but I really find that this song gives the guitar melodies and solos a chance to really shine, and all in all, a great way to close out the album. Got lots of different variations in styles on this album, whether it be a ballad or the fast in-your-face songs or the more epic grand songs. It's got a little bit for everyone. So I feel like as a whole, like, this album should appeal to fans of any era of the band. Like, I know there's some people that only like the speed metal era. Some people are way more into the prog era. I like everything that this band has ever released, but I feel like this album should appeal to anyone that's at least somewhat into the band. The lyrics, as usual, very fantasy-oriented. You've got stuff about American gods, the King Killer Chronicles, The Witchers, Stormlight Archives, like so many amazing fantasy series. Man, Hansi must just read so much stuff, but great inspiration for his lyrics. This album is full of power metal anthems. Like, these bards just never disappoint. So amazing. The production is crisp. You can hear everything. It's so clear. As I said, I had very high expectations, and I feel like they were met and exceeded some. So it sounds like I'm just heaping nothing but praise. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can, even though they are one of my favorite bands of all time. So if I have to say anything negative, it's not really about the quality of the songs themselves. My only negative would be the album art. I feel like that leaves a little bit to be desired. It's not my favorite album cover by them. I don't know. They've got all this inspiration from these great fantasy series in the lyrics, but then the album art was a little bit of a letdown. I don't want to say it's completely terrible, but just looking back at some of their album covers in the past, I don't feel like this one necessarily matches the quality of what's inside, but other than that, I don't really take points off for an album cover because that's just like separate. The art on the front is different than the art inside, so I'm not taking points off for that, but just trying to be unbiased and say the one nitpicky thing is that I would have liked a little bit better of an album cover. So anyways, now to score this album out of 10. If you watch this channel before, anything that hits 7.5 and higher is something I strongly recommend. If it hits 8, that's even getting better. If it reaches towards 9, 9 is like epic, things that will stand the test of time and be absolutely amazing. So, where does this land? Does it hit 8 out of 10? Easily, yes it does. No doubt about it. Does it hit 9 out of 10? I don't know yet. I don't think I can quite give it a 9 out of 10 yet because I've only listened to it a handful of times. It is making a very positive impact and it's very close. Maybe it will grow in time, but maybe because of the couple songs that don't stand out quite as much, I have to take a little bit of a score off, but I'm still scoring this very positively with 8.8 out of 10. So yeah, in time this could rise even higher. This is easily going to be one of my favorite albums of the year. I can already tell. I absolutely love this band, and this album is no exception. Like I said, this hit my extremely high expectations and exceeded it. One of their fastest, most aggressive albums in years, and I absolutely love it. So anyways, these are just my thoughts and opinions as usual. Love to hear yours down below. Let me know what you think of the new Blind Guardian album. Let me know what you thought of my review. And if you haven't listened to this album yet, do yourself a favor and go check it out because it is amazing. So anyways, until next time, go give me a like, go give me a subscribe. Hammer Heart Metal Reviews, out.